Tonight from the MacArthur Center, Bross Court, Golden State Athletic Conference Women's Volleyball Conference match tonight between the visiting Arizona Christian Firestorm and the Masters College Lady Mustangs. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on masters.edu for this conference match, number 3 for both of these teams. I'm Dave Caldwell. These two teams coming in, Arizona Christian visiting team, they are turning themselves around. Now, coming into this match, 6-3 overall, 1-1 in conference. They lost to San Diego Christian in their opening conference match, and then they defeated William Jessup, the brand new member of the Golden State Athletic Conference this year, 3-0. The Masters College coming into this match 8-6, playing against some top 25 teams during those matches, and especially in conference. They opened up against arguably two of the toughest teams in the Golden State Athletic Conference, losing to number 3 ranked Concordia in 4 games, and then they took number 17 Vanguard to 5 games before losing that one. Both of those matches were on the road, so this is the conference home opener for the Mustangs and their brand new head coach, Alan Vince, coming in, taking over for Bobby Blanken. So it's a big night for Coach Vince. Previously was with the U.S. men's national team and then also served for 3 years as an assistant at NCAA Division II Cal Baptist. Of course, Cal Baptist used to be in the Golden State Athletic Conference. So a big night for Coach Vince, still looking for his first conference win. 1 year ago, let me illustrate how Arizona Christian has turned their season around. Last year, the Firestorm went 1-23 overall, 0-14, and obviously dead last in the conference. The Masters College finished 6th in the country, making it to the quarterfinals of the national championship in the NAIA Division I, finishing with a 23-9 record, 8-6 in what is arguably the toughest conference in women's volleyball. The Mustangs, they're going to be starting with Aubrey Beckendam, freshman player of the year 2 years ago in the NAIA in the nation. She'll be serving. She will also be the setter. Chloe DeAngelis, Morgan Cook, Emily Clark, and Sydney Hamilton will get this match underway as that first hit by Sydney Smith of Arizona Christian goes into the net. And so the point goes to the Mustangs. Allison Child will be starting as the middle blocker. That's Haley Settle with the hit. Beckendam back setting to Child. That is going to be tipped, and that should be a point for the Mustangs. Allison Child coming in, averaging 1.8 kills per match. She is tied for 3rd on this Mustangs team. The Mustangs jump out to a 2-0 lead here in Game 1. And then just popping it over is Mackenzie Warden for the Firestorm. Here's the freshman, Chloe DeAngelis, out of Scottsdale, Arizona, with the hit. And that one is the first point for Arizona Christian, and it goes to Mackenzie Warden, the leading kill leader, if you will, 2.78 kills per match and a .242 hitting percentage. Kayla Heaney steps onto the court. She goes into the backcourt to serve. She is the leading assist maker for the Firestorm, averaging better than 5 assists per game. And that one's going to go off of Heaney, and that's going to be another kill for Chloe DeAngelis. And so the point goes to the Mustangs, and they substitute in. And coming in, another freshman from Cutler, California, Cassidy and Gangan. 5'10" outside hitter. Tough play, so a free opportunity now for the Mustangs. Beckendam, the quick set to Cook in the middle, and they're going to say that one of the Firestorm, I believe it was Sydney Smith, was into the net. And so it is 4-1 Mustangs, serving Chloe DeAngelis. Heaney with the set, and Brenna Bailey, a 5'11 junior from Chula Vista, gets the kill off of the attempted block from both Cook and Allison Child. Substitution for the Mustangs as Emily Clark comes back into the game to replace Chloe DeAngelis. I checked that, excuse me. Jasmine Demare, 5'6" freshman in. There's outside to Ngangan. Now a free opportunity for the Mustangs. Back set to Child, and she puts it down. Second kill of the match for Allison Child, and the Mustangs lead game 1 5-2. More substitution. Brittany Jones has checked into the match, and she is in the lower right corner of your screen. Set to serve for the Mustangs. Back step at the block. That was Ngangan with the block. And now popping it over is Mackenzie Warden. Another free opportunity for the Mustangs. This is Child again off the block, and it is saved by libero Haley Warden. Blocked the dink, and that one is going to go out, and it will be a point Mustangs. I believe it was Brenna Bailey who was trying to find the empty court on the near side right along the net, but instead she hit it out. So it's 6-2 Mustangs here in game 1. That's Warden, Mackenzie Warden. And that ball is going to be out. The hit by Ngangan. Morgan Cook comes back into the match. Cook, one of the best blockers in the conference, tied for 10th with 27 blocks coming into this match. But as a team, Arizona Christian has been phenomenal. We'll talk about that in just a second as Child gets number 3 of the game. Allison Child, 6'1" sophomore from Shingle Springs, California. Talking about blocks, and for Arizona Christian, they rank second in the conference as a team, averaging nearly 2.4 blocks per game. They have yet to register one here in this game 1. That one was set for middle blocker Brooklyn Vanderstelt, but saved nicely by the Mustangs. And a third hit, going to be a free play. The quick dink by Beckendum. She does that so beautifully. Aubrey Beckendum, all conference last year as a sophomore, now as a junior. She averages nearly 1.8 kills per game and has a hitting percentage of .306, which is number 1 for the Mustangs, and she's 1 for 1 here tonight. There's Beckendum with a dink, and that works. The block was put up by Jenny Thompson and Brooklyn Vanderstelt. But Beckendum was able to get just enough off of her fingertips to lay it on the fingertips of the would-be block. That one's saved by Beckendum. The set goes to Jenny Thompson. And that's going to be a point for Arizona Christian. 9-4, the Mustangs lead here in game 1 as Marinda Killeen is now going to come in for Olivia Gwynn. As the Mustangs will now go to a 6-2 with a pair of setters. Killeen averaging 3.25 assists per game. That's Killeen right there. The back set to Ngangan goes into the net, and the point goes to Arizona Christian. Mustangs with a very young team, just 3 upperclassmen as that serve by Brenna Bailey goes into the net. And so it is now 10-5, the Masters with the lead. As checking into the back row for the Mustangs, Sydney Hamilton, she leads the team with 20 aces, and going into the front row is the freshman Chloe DeAngelis. Ellen Vince doing a lot of substituting here in the early going. Back set blocked, and that's going to be down for a point. It was a combination of Ashley Kuhlman and Chloe DeAngelis with the block. By the way, if that's a new name for Mustang fans, Ashley Kuhlman used to be Ashley Newton, but she got married during the offseason. So congratulations to the Kuhlmans. 11-5. That's a great hit. That was Jenny Thompson for Arizona Christian, just powering it off the block of Beckendum and Kuhlman for the point, and the Firestorm now trailing by 5 here in game 1. Brooklyn Vanderstelt with the serve. Kuhlman with the hit. And a free opportunity for the Mustangs. Back setting to Beckendam, but it is saved by Bailey. Bailey now popping it over, and that one's going to be long. Great job. We got to give a lot of credit to Sydney Hamilton. What a save. She's all smiles right now, knowing that that was a great point for the Mustangs, who now lead at 12-6 as Morgan Cook checks back in, and that serve goes long for the Mustangs. Emily Clark checks back in as Kuhlman has a seat on the bench. And Jenny Thompson to serve. Back setting to Beckendam. Picked up by Bailey. Back set to Bailey. Blocked at the net. The hit is good. Sydney Smith. Smith gets her first kill of the game. She averages 1.5 per game. Second on the team with 25 blocks this season so far for Sydney Smith. Quick set from Killeen to Cook. But it's picked up by the Firestorm, and that one's going to be long. Brenna Bailey able to just pop it over. She hits it long as Child checks back into the match for the Mustangs to replace Marinda Killeen. That means Beckendam will be the lone setter for the Mustangs. Back set by Haley Settle. Joust at the net, won by Cook. Morgan Cook, a 6'1" freshman from Auburn, California. Second on this team with nearly 1.9 kills per game, but as I said, number 1 in blocks. And she has been a super freshman, no doubt, as that serve is going to go long. And a 5-point lead continues for the Mustangs, 14-9 here in game 1. Kayla Heaney checks in. She'll now serve for the Firestorm. She comes in for Haley Settle. So one setter replacing the other. Beckendam, the quick set to Cook, and an opportunity as I believe Cook went into the net. Nope, they're going to actually say it was Allison Child that went into the net for the Mustangs. And now a timeout is being called by Jennifer Denham, the head coach for Arizona Christian in her 3rd season. Arizona Christian coming into the conference just 3 years ago, fairly new school. And so as I talked about, they really have turned their fortunes around. In the very first season, they went 2-14 in conference play. Last year, not winning a match. And then this year, they were able to defeat the new kid on the block, so to speak, William Jessup, in 3 straight games. Coming up tomorrow night, actually, for Arizona Christian. They're going to be traveling up to Santa Barbara, where they will take on Westmont College. Westmont coming into tonight's action, 6-7, 0-1. Both Westmont, by the way, both Westmont and the Masters receiving votes in the top 25, but if you were to count it all out, the Warriors from Westmont would be 27th, but the Masters 41st. 41 teams receiving votes to be in the top 25 of the Tachikara, NAIA volleyball coaches poll. Back to the action. Beckendam pops it up. Set for Child, but that one is dug out nicely by Haley Warden. Blocked by the Mustangs, but it is set up by the Firestorm, and here we got a great rally going on. Best of the night so far. Child blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds, and so that's going to be a point for the Mustangs, who now lead it 16-9 over the Firestorm. Mustangs will be in action tomorrow night right here at Bross Gym. San Diego Christian will be coming into Bross Court at the MacArthur Center as a 4th hit by the Firestorm, and so a point for the Mustangs, who now lead by 8 here in game 1. And that pass from Haley Warden, I think what she was trying to do is get it over to Kayla Heaney, and it just found an empty spot in the net, so a 9-point lead for the Mustangs. Heaney with the set, and a great hit. I believe that was Sydney Smith from the front row. Nice little touch to put that one down right on the corner. And now Smith comes out. And I believe it's Mackenzie Worden is back in for the Firestorm. Emily Clark keeps it alive. Nice attempt by Jasmine Demare and Clark to keep that one alive. As I was saying before, the Mustangs have just 3 upperclassmen of their 15 on the roster. 7 of those remaining 12 are freshmen. And the freshmen are getting some action as that serve by Haley Worden is long. And so checking back into the match, senior, actually there's 2 seniors. Ashley Kuhlman checks back into the match. She and Olivia Gwynn are the 2 seniors. And then serving now Brittany Jones. Jones, a sophomore. That one, a great hit right down the net by Mackenzie Worden. Second on this team in kills at nearly 2.8 per game. And now the lead is down to 7. 19-12 Mustangs. As Mackenzie Worden back to serve. It's a nice dig by Demare. The back set to Ngangan. And that's a point for the Mustangs, who now lead 20-12. As Olivia Gwynn checks in. She's going to replace Allison Child. And Gwynn to serve. Heaney the set. Jenny Thompson blocked by Kuhlman and Beckendam. And then that ball's going to fall into the corner. Brenna Bailey for the Firestorm getting the point is 20-13. And now checking in for the Firestorm, Haley Settle comes back in for Kayla Heaney. So Settle will go to the front row to be the primary setter. And going back to serve, Brenna Bailey. Bailey can just pop it over, so a free play for the Mustangs. Quick set for Kuhlman. The set came from Ngangan. And it's now 21-13. Kuhlman actually gets her first kill of the match. Number 1 in the team with 2.5 kills per game, 12th in the conference, and that's her first of this one. A set to Jenny Thompson. And in a miscommunication, Aubrey Beckendam running into Marinda Killeen, both of those setters in the front row, and they're both trying to occupy the same spot. And so an error on the Mustangs makes it 21-14. Brooklyn Vanderstelt to serve, and that one's out. (22-14). Jenny Thompson, 2.5 kills per game, a 172 hitting percentage. And she puts that one down. It's now 22-15. The lead has been as much as 9 here in game 1. And there's an ace, first of the game for Jenny Thompson. Arizona Christian coming into the match as a team, averaging 1.4 aces per game. Set to Mackenzie Worden, and that one's going to be out. 23-16. Mustangs with the lead here in game 1. Now Killeen is going to come out, and Allison Child will come back into the front row. Cook, DeAngelis, and Child in the front row now for the Mustangs. That's Worden keeping it alive for the Firestorm. Kayla Heaney comes in to set. She's going to replace Settle. And Heaney will go back to serve. Heaney, 5'2" junior from Phoenix. That's DeAngelis, saved by Thompson. And a double hit is called against Heaney. Game point here in game one. Serving for it is the freshman, Chloe DeAngelis. Blocked, but it is saved by Warden, Haley Warden. And they're going to actually call Sydney Hamilton into the net, I believe. And so the point goes to the Firestorm. It remains game point as the Mustangs have now a 6-point lead as Haley Warden to serve. Beckoning the quick set to Cook. And Haley Warden with the save. That one off the block of Child, and it goes out. Firestorm stay alive in this match. It's now, or in this game anyway, it is now a 5-point difference. Still game point for the Lady Mustangs. Into the net, and so that'll be the game. So game one goes to the Mustangs, 25-19. The two teams will switch sides, and we'll get game two underway here in just a moment. We talked about Arizona Christian and what they have coming up. I mentioned that tomorrow night here from Bross Court at the MacArthur Center, 5:30 Pacific time start. San Diego Christian will be here in Santa Clarita to take on the Masters College Lady Mustangs. Coming into tonight's action, San Diego Christian 4-4 overall, but one of 3 teams that is currently undefeated in the Golden State Athletic Conference. They are 2-0. Number 3 ranked Concordia, 15-1 overall, 3-0 in conference play. Biola is 12-3 overall, 2-0 in conference play, and in San Diego Christian. And then Vanguard is in 4th place all alone. They are 13-4 overall, 2-1 in conference, followed by Arizona Christian, and then 4 teams still looking for their first win of the conference season. Westmont, the Masters, Hope International, and William Jessup. And in the case of William Jessup, they are looking for their first win of the season. They are now 0-10.